Can you pass your professional examination? The answer is often yes if you work hard. Now, hard work is putting long and extra hours in your studying, but that's the most challenging part. That's why I bring to you in this video to discuss how you can study for 10 plus hours in a day for your professional examination like CA and ACCA. I'm Megha Bansali, ACCA and a chartered accountant. So I have cleared both my CA and ACCA in my very first attempt. And honestly, all of that was possible because I could put in those extra hours and work really hard. So here are tips on how you can study effectively for 10 hours. Just sitting with your books for 10 hours is not enough. The study pattern has to be effective. First, to begin with, I feel very important is to sleep enough, because if you haven't slept enough, your body is not going to be energetic. You will not have the enthusiasm to study. So please sleep for at least 8 hours a day, but make a pattern. That is, let's say you are someone who likes to study at the night like I used to. So I used to study throughout the night. 6 o'clock in the morning, I used to go for a small walk, have my breakfast, and then I would sleep at 7 a.m. and then wake up by 2, 3 in the afternoon. So I followed that pattern while I was preparing for my CA examination. So you have a pattern for your sleep. That is very important. Your body needs to have a routine. Second thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to avoid all your distractions. You need to make sure where you're studying is a good isolated room. There is not too much noise coming from outside, and whatever is happening in the house should not affect you. That's also a distraction. Second of all, major distraction is a mobile phone. Guys, please turn off your mobile phones, or put it on silent mode at least while you're studying. What you can do is you can start rewarding yourselves, so that will kind of keep you motivated to study also. You will say, okay, if I'm going to study for 4 hours, then I get half an hour of screen time, or I get like a 20 minutes of screen time. So once you're rewarding yourself, you're motivated to study for those 4 5 hours, and you're also not distracting yourself. Then you have exclusive half an hour for your distractions. So you can do that. Please avoid your distractions. Make sure your room is clean, neat, and there is no sound that is coming from outside. It is very important. Next, I know sometimes you tend to overthink and then you tend to overplan. Please do not do it. We are humans. You need to understand that sometimes it's okay that if you're not following a timetable, because you're not a robot. Okay, so let's say you put an alarm of 6 o'clock and you're not able to wake up at 6 o'clock. You're waking up at 8 o'clock. It's okay. It's fine. If it's happening once in a while, not every day, of course. So if it's happening once in a while, it's okay. Do not make yourself guilty about it. Plan the rest of your day in such a way that those 2 hours are covered. So because what happens if you wake up at 8 and then you're like, oh shit, I lost my time. Now what do I do? And then you start feeling guilty and then you waste more time. So there is no time to waste at all, guys. You have to start getting into action. You have to plan less and you need to execute more. So please do that. Don't sit and revisit your timetable every day. You're just going to waste time. You need to revisit your timetable once a week, not more frequently than that, so that you know how your progress is going. So keep that in mind. Now I have some tips which I have personally followed, so please stay tuned till the end. First and foremost, sometimes it gets too boring when you're sitting for so long and studying, your mind stops working. You need a refresher. So, like I already mentioned, the refresher could be like a reward for yourself. I'm going to study for 4 hours, then I might go for a walk for half an hour, or I might, use my phone for half an hour. So start rewarding yourself. That really keeps you motivated. Second of all, please do not pick up too much of theory in one single day, because when you're picking up too much of theory, it gets difficult for your mind to process too much theory. So try and maintain balance of practical and theory. If you're studying only a theory subject, then you need to kind of break it down. So you say, I'm studying for 1 hour, 10 minutes break, studying for 1 hour, 10 minutes break. That's something you can do. Or what you can do, like I used to do to study my theory papers, is I used to walk around. So when you're walking around, you're active, your mind does not get drowsy, and you can study also. So it is kind of also doing physical exercise. This also often happens that you tend to eat a lot and then you put on a lot of weight while you're studying. So doing this little exercise will help you not put that extra kilos on. So please walk around. If you're getting bored, it really helps. The other thing that I used to use while I was studying was, I used to probably start creating some voice notes or create some flow charts, so that it's distracting yourself and it's also giving a little relaxation to your brain while you're also studying. So you don't feel guilty that I've wasted my time. And very important is, guys, you need to practice. So I also used to follow this. So in case I'm getting bored while I'm studying, okay, let's say I'm doing like law, and I have studied 3 chapters earlier, and I'm picking up the fourth chapter. I've studied for 1.5 hour, but I'm not able to process. So then what I do is I pick up question of chapter 1, 2, or 3, and I write down the question in like an examination kind of a scenario. So now what is an examination kind of a scenario? Very, very important to start practicing from day one in examination kind of scenario. So for example, the question is for 10 marks. So I would say, okay, 15 marks is what I have to write the question. So I read the question, I start answering, I time myself 15 minutes, and then I do a self-assessment. So this is very, very important. So when you are practicing continuously throughout your study plan, you will get a very good idea of where you stand, how well you have understood the concept, where you are lacking, and your practicing skills is developing from day one. Honestly, this is very important for a ACCA student, because ACCA exam has a very, very technical language, and we as Indians somewhere have a drawback in our English language. So we need to make ourselves better. So if you're writing an ACCA examination, this is highly recommended that you keep practicing in between. So what happens now, there are multiple benefits. You're not wasting time, you're practicing enough, you're staying consistent with your study plan, plus you are doing a self assessment, and correction can happen immediately. Because if you start practicing after you finish your entire syllabus, then where is the time to correct yourself? So please do it continuously. And in case you're someone who can't do this by yourself, then I have a mentoring program wherein what I do is I guide you throughout from day one till your day of examination. I'm there to support you. So I help you prepare a study plan. We do a regular checkup on how your study progress is happening. I evaluate all your answers which you have written during your session. I give you a plan that, for this subject, this chapter, this is the answer that you need to write, you need to submit it by this date. So you have a deadline, so you will work accordingly. And then if you're having doubts, I also solve those doubts for you. So I have this entire mentoring program available for both CA and for ACCA students. In case you require that mentoring program, you can reach out to me. Details have been provided. So guys, yes, these are some tips so that you can effectively use your 10 plus hours during a day for studying. And yes, please do remember, even if you're studying for 10 hours, you're sleeping for 8 hours, you still have 6 hours left for all your other activities, out of which I think 1 hour you can easily spend for your leisure. So please do something that you really enjoy, like probably reading a book, dancing, exercising, whatever it is. But please spend that 1 hour. It'll really keep you motivated, and it is going to be a very refreshing activity for your brain. So please use 1 hour effectively for your leisure. In case you like doing nothing, just do nothing in that 1 hour. That's absolutely okay. Anything that keeps you happy and motivated should be done in that 1 hour, so that you can keep yourself going, because it gets very, very difficult to study for 10 hours for probably 2 to 3 months straight. I know it's very difficult. I have gone through it, I have done it. There is going to be a lot of self doubt in between, that am I doing this, is this the right thing, why am I doing this to myself, I'm not able to enjoy. But guys, please, please, don't let those thoughts creep in. Keep yourself motivated, keep yourself positive, and in case you require help for all of it, I'm there. You can reach out to me. I will be very happy to guide you in your professional journey. And guys, please do share this video with more of your friends. Let them be motivated, let them also study enough and get that success in the examination. Please do subscribe to my channel, like the video, and please drop in a comment below if you require any kind of content to be made. I'll be back with more such content. Till then, take care. See you all.